Are we live? Yep. Good evening, hello, and welcome to Hustler News. Today we've just received word that the Slammer himself is inside doing not only his unprogrammed buys, but a bench triple. The question is, will we get an insight and will his nose bleed? Let's have a look.
I get the ice long black, please.
Yeah, no worries.
And magic as well.
Yep.
Hey guys, welcome back to another Hustle vlog. So it's obviously me, Slam. So yeah, gonna find me training today. I've got a bench triple, so hopefully 155 for that. Then we're gonna do some unprogrammed arms and yeah, just learn a bit more about me and how I train and yeah. Now people can't have an excuse for having a shitty bench.
Yeah, can you do like a slow-mo, like upholstery jump?
Jamie has just reupholstered the bench. It used to be like it was like a leathery covering on the bench, but it was quite slippery. So in powerlifting, when you're trying to really drive an arch and drive with your legs, if the bench is slippery, it makes that hard and you can lose a bit of position. You can see here, like this is really grippy. It's got a texture in the material as well. So if any of you guys have a small business and you want someone to rep your merchandise, this man over here, I don't know anyone with more branded t-shirts than this guy. I reckon, what, a good 20 t-shirts. He's got all the Hustler merch. He's got the Zero Weakness merch. He's got the Woodford merch, he's got the Strength Culture merch, he wears Coach Dokranis' t-shirts, Sandalis' t-shirts. There'd be at least 10, 15 more. So reach out. Jeremy Borzillo, what's your name? J-Hole Milady on Instagram. Try to do your warm-ups how you're gonna do the actual set. So I'm a powerlifter, I'm training for a comp in October, so it's going to be a pause bench. So I'm going to do my warm-up sets with pauses on the chest as well. I don't want to just touch and go and then get to my top set and then have to pause, because I want to keep technique consistent and I want to train how I'm going to compete as well. So when you're training, I guess perform everything to comp standards. So you want to pause your benches, you want to squat to depth, you want to lock out your deadlifts. Try to keep things as consistent as possible and as similar to your comp technique as possible, because when you get there on comp day, if you haven't been doing those things as much as everyone says it'll be there on meet day, it just won't. Sorry, I didn't tell you how many I was going for. So JPS, which is the next comp in October, I'm going for a total of 700 or slightly more. So ideally 255, 260 on the squat, 170 on the bench, and 275, 280 on the dead, which will take me to a little bit over 700. But 700's the next milestone that I really want to hit and surpass. So hopefully 155 for a triple today should hold me in pretty good stead for a bench of 165, maybe 167.5, and then just keep chipping away into October. Keep getting stronger, keep getting technically better at benching, and that should take me to 170. Make sure you're staying caffeinated between your sets, that's a big one. So just G'ing up for my top set of bench now. Hustler's Ambition. This is probably my #1 song in terms of G'ing up. If ever I do a comp where I can pick my third attempt song, 100% this. Absolutely froth it. Crazy track, just, I don't know, does something. If ever my nose is gonna bleed, it's probably after this.
What, you fucking Derek?
Elbows. It's really annoying. Yeah, I just lose sensation in the bottom. I get to the bottom and I just like my elbows go numb. This bench didn't really go to plan. I got 2 reps, but I'll get a bit of elbow numbness. Still got the rep up, but it just moved not how I wanted it to. I'm going to belt squats now. Probably not going to have that much weight on there. With belt squats, try to make them as sort of quaddy as possible. So really get my knees forward. I'll put on squat shoes as well, just so that I'm not doing basically a second low bar squat just on the belt squat. I want it to be a different variation. I want it to, you know, for the purpose I'm performing it for, I want it to handle my quads. Going into pitch sharks, you've got to ask yourself why you're doing those. So I'm doing these for the purpose of getting bigger and stronger quads. So when I'm doing them, I want my knees coming forwards. I don't want to sort of like have a low bar pattern when I'm doing these, because it's just like, why bother? I already low bar squat and I think bigger and stronger quads are going to help me. So yeah, I want to let my knees come forwards. I don't want to be pulling heaps on the handles. Oh, so much quad. Just got a chest supported lat pull down now. It's probably one of my favorite lat exercises. I just pull heaps of lat. You can get you know, a nice bit of reach on the bench, and it's pretty hard to cheat the reps as well. So big fan of these. I've been giving them to a decent number of my lifters. Gotten good feedback from them as well. So just gonna have these. Don't slam your weights. Definitely don't need to slam weights. Doesn't matter if you're on cables or a barbell, unless it's an accident. You know, you can lower the weight slowly. Right, it's time. We're going to hit some unprogrammed but structured, at least, arms. So I'm going to jump into tricep rollovers, then an incline dumbbell curl. These are one of my favourite tricep exercises. It's similar to a skull crusher. You'll see the difference in a second. I just let my arms come back a little bit more. You get a great stretch on the tricep in the lengthened position, and it just feels crazy as well. So anywhere between 8 to 12 reps, an RP 8 to 9. In terms of the reps, it doesn't really matter that much, as long as you're hitting your RPs, getting reasonably close to failure. Ultimately, the difference between a set of 8 reps and 10 reps in terms of hypertrophy, it's really not going to make a difference. Incline dumbbell curls, just warming up, pre-work up to 22 kilos maybe. Big fan of these for buys as well. Hammer your buys in the lengthened position, and I just enjoy doing them. I feel like, you know, things like bicep isolation work, even tricep isolation work, obviously there are, you know, certain things to consider depending on where you are as in a powerlifting context in the year, but ultimately, if you like a variation, you feel it works well for you, just do it, hammer it. You're probably going to train it harder, and you're probably going to enjoy your training more as well. My face was more red than my lips are. Arms are all done now. Give it a crack, let me know what you think. Tag Hustler on Insta if you do some unprogrammed arms or even programmed arms. Yeah, give it a crack and let us know. Cool, so all done with training now. So a lot of people, I guess, get surprised when, you know, they find out we go out for dinners or, you know, go to events, go out for drinks, whatever it is. But yeah, I guess it's interesting because people sort of look at you in the fitness industry as, you know, all you eat is chicken, brown rice and broccoli, but we're just normal people, as cliche as that sounds, but you know, we do the same things everyone else does. It's just, you know, we might take our training a little bit more seriously or put a little bit more time out of our day into it. And same with, you know, nutrition by and large, you know, take that quite seriously. But I guess, yeah, like you've got to live your life as well. And that's what we tell all of our team members. Like tracking's awesome, training's awesome as well, but there are, you know, other things you can do in life and there are other fulfilling and fun things. So definitely don't miss out on those and don't feel like it has to be all or nothing. You can definitely do a bit of both. So I've known Jace for, like, we went to the same primary school. Jason's younger brother Nath is one of my best friends. So I've known Jason probably for, yeah, at least 15 years, I think, probably more to be honest. And I've known Marcus for a long time as well because we went to the same high school. So I guess the hustler thing, like we all trained at Bentley Fitness back in the day. I was 16 when I started training with Jason Marcus, and then sort of, you know, after school finished, you know, did separate things. And then I saw what Jason was doing with Hustler. This was just before he took Marcus on. I was really impressed, and then I saw, you know, just how much fun the boys were having, you know, the results they were getting for all the hustlers. A lot of them are still, you know, with us now. And yeah, I was coming sort of towards a midpoint of my exercise science degree. I didn't want to work in, you know, elite sport or anything like that. So, you know, I spoke to Jace about potentially joining Hustler later down the track, and he said, you know, sort of just had the conversation, put it out there, and then start of 2021, I joined up with Hustler. So it was a long time coming, but yeah, I'm glad everything happened how it did, and you know, there's no other people I'd rather work with. Thanks for watching. If there's anything you want to see on the channel, let us know, and we'll catch you guys next week.
Today we are here at Melbourne Strength Culture in Melbourne. It appears... Nah, hang on. All right.